A few weeks ago, I was talking with Bruce Randall, AI Strategist. Now, he's worked with many big enterprises, and he's also releasing his own book. And we talked about copyright, AI, and putting it out on the internet. Is there any way to protect yourself? It's a really weird space because there's no going back, and I don't know how we can create some payments for all the content. But at the same time, all these payments are being done at the higher level, right? So we again have that weird human inequality coming up where Axios and a number of other companies, right? They sue and they settle into licensing deals. Same thing happened with music.
Right.
And look what's happened to musicians. Musicians can't even make a living anymore. And that's okay. I'm not saying like, oh, but is that where all creators are heading? I guess that's their fears. Like, I'm going to be like that musician making a pittance on Spotify while wanting AI. And then if we turn off, like more and more people are turning off their their content from AI training.
Yeah, right.
And how do we get that? We need that data, or am I incorrect? Like we really, not just all the creative data, but I mean, we really need as many sources of new data as we can to make AI continue to grow.
But if you put anything on the internet, there's two things you should know. One, it stays forever. And two, you can't protect it, right? But most people don't realize those things. They say, I'll post this and I'll take it down, right? Well, you took it down, but you go to the Wayback, well, what used to be the Wayback Machine, you can see it just by pulling it up, right? So, it's everything's still there. And protection is something that if you get somebody that's very good at getting data, there isn't much that's going to stop them. They may get delayed by the newest things, but then they'll figure a way to get around it, and then something newer will come out. That's called security, and it's changing all the time, and AI is involved in it, and humans are involved in it because AI can't get everything. That humans have to catch the new things coming through so the AI can learn them so they don't get through. I mean, it's the same thing we've been playing with forever, which is how do you safeguard your data? And to what level do you need to safeguard it?
Let me ask you one final question about copywriting. This is one thing that I'm really interested in. It's such a mindset thing, which it just is.
Yeah.
But, because most people fight the last war. If we're to go to these people who are sort of afraid, what sort of interesting questions about copyright on the input? Is it as it's learning or is it feeding? I mean, that's the dynamic, right? And on the output, because very rarely does the output, except for people in my experience hacking it, really create a copyrightable output. It's happened a couple of times, but
it's rare.
They're very well. It's like I say, you can't get Yoda out of ChatGPT. It's
right.
The archetype, right? I mean, there's so much we can do. So, what sort of interesting questions should these creators be asking about copyright shifting if they were seeing this as something working with AI that could be to their advantage and not trying to stop?
Well, I would say, based on my knowledge of data, if they were to put their stuff in a blockchain, it's probably not going to get breached there. And then I don't know enough about that, but you may be able to get a link from blockchain to put it public, but once it's public, you can't protect it anymore. So, I mean, when you're creative, you have to get it out there so people see it, yet you're not safe. I mean, I'm writing a book right now and I'm like, I'm not putting it out online because I don't know where it's going to be. So I'm writing it on my computer. And I know that once I produce it, right? I mean, everybody's going to have comments and use parts of it. And I'm like, well, there's nothing I can do, right? I'm putting it out because I want to help humanity and I want to help educate people. And, if they take it, to me, it's flattering. And if I lose book sales, which I don't, who knows how many book sales I'm going to get, right? But if I lose book sales, it's okay because I want everybody to know this. But that's a perspective from somebody that's secure, that's putting it out there. When you're making a living from it, it's a different ballgame. Now you're like, this is how I earn my keep. How do I get this out there in a safe way? And it's a really hard answer. I don't have an answer for that because, as you know, anybody can get anything online. So, I mean, I don't know what to tell. I don't know what to say.